Heartbroken all over again. A widow's dream of having her late husband's child is dashed, and now she is suing the doctor and the fertility clinic involved. The woman paid to have her husband's sperm preserved before he tragically died 12 years ago.
But now his vials have vanished, and she's afraid her husband's DNA may have been used on other patients. Casey Montoya has the emotional story you'll only see on 5.
I can't live knowing that he may have given it to somebody else.
Sarah Robertson thought she would have her first child this year. Instead, she's in the middle of a lawsuit with a fertility doctor and his clinic. The 41-year-old widow had been planning on starting a family with tissue preserved from her husband 12 years ago before he died.
I had been so focused and driven to do this. I kind of at a point in my life, I don't really have a plan for the future. I don't really know what I'm going to do.
High school sweethearts, Sarah and Aaron married in 1995.
He was the happiest person I've ever known, in spite of everything that he'd always gone through.
He had a horrible case of Marfan. He had multiple cardiothoracic surgeries, and he was dissecting from just about every major vessel in his chest. He was not going to live long.
In May of 2004, Aaron died after suffering a severe stroke. Before he passed away, his wife and parents agreed to have a procedure done to preserve his sperm and tissue so Sarah could have their children one day when medical advances improved. The vials were stored at Tyler Medical Clinic for cryopreservation. 2 years later, they were transferred to the Reproductive Fertility Clinic in West Hollywood, owned by Dr. Payman Sadat. Sarah was assured everything was safe and continued to pay the yearly bill for storage. But when she decided she was ready to have a child in November of 2014, she contacted the clinic and found out they didn't have her vials.
Gee, we're sorry, but when the embryologist went to pull that vial out of the cryo tank, they wiped the snow away, and it was the same first name but a different last name.
Unable to get answers, Aaron's family filed a lawsuit against Dr. Payman Sadat and his fertility clinic.
Sarah's biggest concern, besides the fact that she's robbed of ever having a child with Aaron, is that someone else got that sperm or that tissue, and that embryos were created using that tissue, and that those embryos were implanted into a uterus and led to a birth, and now there's a child out there to some unsuspecting parents who has Marfan syndrome possibly.
For missing out on the chance to see Aaron's children, and something that, would be wonderful for us.
Aaron is, he's been our champion.
Dr. Sadat's attorney sent me a statement on his behalf denying all the allegations in the lawsuit, saying he plans to aggressively defend himself and his clinic. In West Hollywood, Casey Montoya, KTLA 5 News.
The search is on for a great white shark that killed a